some of the opportunities that you can.
Welcome to STO.
How you guys can help us launch this thing and take it to the whole new level, especially if you are a business owner. You guys are listening to the smooth sounds of one of my favorite St. Louis artists. That was Latif. Y'all can check him out at latiflive.com. So yeah, I'm. If you know anything about media, you have to really figure out how you're going to run your setups. And this is me setting everything up at my house before we go to the actual studio where we're filming and recording our live podcast. Super excited about that. So just playing around with some of the new equipment. Some of the platform is new that I'll be using to get this going, and got some new equipment, so some new hookups and attachments and all of that kind of stuff. So y'all tell me, how do I sound? I've got an upgrade in microphones and um, sound cards and all of that stuff. But for those of you who have been asking, Cortez, what is it like to actually sponsor the show? You've been seeing the promos around doubling your visibility. So basically, during this launch, and the launch includes the first 12 episodes and then two bonus episodes. So when we say double, it depends on what package that you are looking to grab. So I am sharing my screen. So let's talk about why sponsor SEL Hustle Insider, right? You're going to put your brand in front of the people building St. Louis and those who care about what's being built. Why does it make sense? Because you're going to align your brand with positive local stories and community impact. You're going to reach entrepreneurs, small business owners, professionals, creatives, and local supporters. You're going to build trust through story driven media instead of traditional interruption style advertising. You're going to get your brand visibility inside podcast episodes, short form clips, and promotional content. Of course, we also have a newsletter. We also have available on all the podcasting platforms, iTunes, Stitcher. There are show notes that you will be have the potential to be featured in, and then of course there's our social media platforms: TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And we're building all of those simultaneously. And then you get to support a platform that is designed to celebrate and amplify the people building St. Louis. Our goal is to share conversations that help entrepreneurs think differently and take action. The same with people. Now, who would be a good candidate for sponsoring SEL Hustle Insider? Well, SEL Hustle Insider is a strong fit for brands that want to be seen as local, trusted, community connected, and growth minded businesses and brands in and throughout St. Louis. So, local business owners that want more community visibility. Sometimes when you advertise on Facebook and things of that nature, you're reaching outside of your actual service area. We built this platform specifically for St. Louis by St. Louisans, so that when you partner with us on sponsorship and promotion, you know that a good 85 to 90% of our listenership and viewership are based in St. Louis. It's for professional service providers such as insurance, agents, legal, real estate professionals, financial institutions, and of course, consulting firms, nonprofits, churches, schools, and community organizations looking to increase awareness around the positive things that they are doing in the community. This is going to be a great platform for them to connect on. And one of the things that I'm big on, y'all, is positive news. If you think about news in general, typically the news will show you 95% of the time the 5% of the things that are bad or negative in the community. And if you're not careful, you'll start to believe that the community itself is 95% bad. And that's not the case. There's 5% of people out here with malicious intent. The other 95% are upstanding folks just trying to do, um, do them, right? So I want to help create a platform where positivity can be spread. And then it's for brands that believe St. Louis stories deserve to be seen, heard, and supported. One of the things that we are looking to implement, not only will your funds help to uh, provide and build the platform. Part of that building of the platform is getting the word out. So at least 50% of all advertising or sponsorship dollars go directly into advertising the platform ourselves so we can grow our reach and thus grow your visibility if you decide to partner with us. So let's talk about some packages that we have available. So right now we have our single episode shout out sponsor at dollars. And because we are doubling all of your visibility, instead of a single episode shout out, you'll actually get 2 episode shout outs. So instead of 1 mention, you'll get 2 mentions and 2 different episodes. Of course, your name and your link in the episode descriptions. That is the description on Facebook. That is the description on YouTube, and that is also the show notes on iTunes, Stitcher, and all of the podcasting platforms. And then brand placement, and instead of 1 short form clip, it will show up in 2 short form clips. So what that simply means is we take all of our long form content and then we'll cut it up into short forms for Reels, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. So you will have your mention in that content as well. It usually looks like an end screen at the end of a video, or your logo as a watermark or something like that. But it's going to be clearly visible that you are getting representation in that short clip as well. So instead of 1, you'll get 2. And then you get a single episode pre-roll. And the mention, guys, is basically a 15-second read, right? It is, hey, this portion of the show was brought to you by iHustle Media Group. Make sure you go to iHustleMediaGroup.com to learn more about how they can help your small business turn attention into organic lead generation with their social lead web. Again, go to this website, this number kind of thing, right? Then you got your single episode pre-roll segment, and that's $150. So this is for service providers, coaches, and real estate agents. And basically we get the same type of mention, but we'll also do a 30-second commercial for you. So when you give us your details about your business, we take that and put it into our AI commercial generator. So if it's a product, then we'll spin out a small commercial around that product and have it voiced over with your approval, of course. So you still get the read, and then you also get that commercial insert. But instead of 1 episode, this is happening in 2 episodes. The link in the descriptions, just like before. Logo on screen, and then also brand placement and 4 short form clips. And the beauty about the short form clips is that you never know which one of those clips will go viral, right? And the goal is to get you as much visibility on your site as possible. And then we have our content upgrade. This is for people who are actually guests on the show. And the way I do my interviews, guys, is I pull things out of my guests that will shine a beautiful light on who they are as the individual, as well as what they have going on, the impact they're creating, the business, if they're an entrepreneur or what have you. And some of those folks want to take this one interview and make it stretch because they don't do content by themselves regularly. So the $297 content upgrade is a package where we will help get them turn their interview into a host of branded content for them that they can use across their own social media platforms, and in that way. So that's going to be super dope for people who I talked to a potential guest. I'm not going to say her name until she gives me her permission, but she's like, I'm shy, right? And I'm like, okay, that's great. So when I get a chance to sit down with you for 40 minutes and we do this beautiful interview, I'm going to ask you the questions that make you shine. And then I'm going to take those answers that you provided and I'm going to spin out all types of dope content for you. So short form videos, quote cards, um, tweets, um, what is the other thing in Instagram? I always forget about that. What is the thing with the Instagram's version of X or Twitter, right? I always forget the name of that. I need to get better with that one. And then, of course, you get all of that content to put across your platform, and then we also put that content on our platform, so you're getting double the visibility. So you're talking 20 polished short form clips instead of 10, a feature article in the SEL Hustle Insider magazine, permission to repurpose the full interview. So not only do we create a boatload of content, we also give you threads. There you go, Trey, man. I don't know why I can't think of that. So not only do we create a boatload of content for you to use on our socials, then we give you the raw files so that if you want to spin them a little bit differently, you certainly can do that as well. And then, of course, your brand placement throughout a lot of other content. Because again, guys, this is bigger than a podcast. We are a full service media company that has a dope marketing service, but um, media all across the board will work for you as well. And we know what small business owners, we know what people are trying to grow their influence. You're trying to get eyeballs on who you are and all your things, and we know how to do that really well. So we're going to spin all of that stuff up. So then your brand placement and link and tags and 6 additional clips that we will promote to our platforms, not just the stuff that we're going to do and give to you. And then we have our full episode presenting sponsor. This is someone who says, "Hey, Cortez, I want to own the whole episode, right? That means I want to be the studio sponsor. Hey, we're coming to you live and direct from the Emerging Business Leader Studios right here in St. Louis, Missouri. Don't forget to check out founder Trey Scott and his partner Dominic, right? So you're the full sponsor. That means nobody gets mentioned verbally except you. You get a 1 minute commercial. Now, you can't get all of the commercial spots. There might be a couple other commercials going in there, but when we go to break, hey, this break is brought to you by, you're that person. Hey, when we come back from break, hey, welcome back to SEL Inside the Hustle from the Your Brand Studios right here in St. Louis. That break was brought to you by, like, we really big you up in that one episode. Plus, your commercial gets featured uh, in that episode, and then you get the pinned comment and all of the places that pinned comments actually exist. Your brand placement, instead of 10 short form clips, you get brand placement in 20 short form clips, name, link, tags, all of that good stuff. And then you not only get in the SCL Hustle Insider magazine, you become the featured article with your picture on the cover. So again, in order for you to build a business and or a brand, the one thing that you need that nobody really teaches in these online marketing streets is you need authority. Well, guess what? When you show up on the cover of a magazine, that instantly boosts your authority and your credibility. When you show up as a featured on the podcast, that becomes your jam. And that also, for this, you can also, right, be the guest of the podcast if you wanted to for this one as well. And then we have our podcast launch partner. This is someone who says, you know what, I believe in what you're doing, Cortez, and I want to make sure that you have the capital to really pull this off in a major way. So they get to either be a guest on the show with the content package, or they can recommend someone to be on the show with the sponsor package, and that is covered for them. You get official launch partner recognition. We only have 10 of these spots, which also means you get a place at the SEL Hustle Insider annual event, and recognition there, and recognition throughout all of the episodes in season one, which includes 12 episodes and 2 bonus episodes. Um, Again, launch partner shout outs all throughout all of our social media platforms, and we're tagging you and different stuff. And again, we're bringing attention to the people who will help us pull this thing off. 30 to 60-second commercials in at least 10 episodes, brand placement in at least 50 short form clips, and then again, feature interview, and your content upgrade is included. And then you also get the magazine cover article. And if you just kind of a behind the scenes person, that's cool. Then you can bless somebody else and we'll interview them and we'll put them on the cover. So these are our launch packages. And all of this, what's not listed on here, all of this is also includes mentions in the newsletter for those who run businesses full time. It also includes the SEL Hustle Insider directory, which we are just kind of going through some naming for how we're going to do that. But when I tell you that when you rock with us, we are going to do, I'm trying to figure out how to stop the screen share. Again, all of this stuff is new, man. It's been a while since I've been in the podcast space, and some of these tools is like, wait, what? What am I doing?